Hey you guys, it's Ange. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Instacart tips and tricks that I use to both help me save time, be more efficient, and with a growing bump that clearly isn't getting any smaller, how I make it easier on myself. So let's start with our first one. So the first thing I usually use is my cart. I have a cart for when I have large orders, or, I'm just trying to be efficient and not do like 600 million trips back and forth to the customer's house. I will go ahead and load all the groceries into the cart and then wheel it up to the front door. Boom, drop everything off. That immediately saves me time. When I am selecting batches, I like to stay to specific stores. I use the stores that have the aisle number and the aisle, it tells you where the aisle number is in the store. So you can save yourself time and you're not sitting here wandering around the store trying to find, a specialty cheese. And then you do have to realize that sometimes Instacart does do a little bit of changes, and some stores that you usually shop at, that usually have like a map that shows you where the stuff is. Sometimes the maps are there and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they have aisle numbers and sometimes they don't. So what if you select a batch and it's a usual store that usually has aisle numbers and like the map and it's super easy to find stuff? What happens if you go and you shop it and you're like, oh my gosh, there's no aisle numbers anymore. I have no clue where anything is. One secret that I'll let you guys in on: download the app for that specific store. And a lot of the times you can search the corresponding item, and it will tell you at that specific location either what aisle number or what section you might be able to find that specific item in. Now, it's not always 100% accurate, but for the most part, I'd say 95% of the time it is accurate. So that's one more bonus. So I just stick with 3 preferred stores, and I usually shop at those stores because at most stores, even if it's a different location, it will let you. Most stuff is in the same area. I don't know if I really want to give this one away. So sometimes Instacart it will send you a batch and then you'll accept that batch, but it's not at the store where you think it is. Like the other day I accepted an Aldis order and I thought it was at the Aldis location I was at, but it was actually the one down the street. Every now and again, certain batches will let you change the store to shop at. It's not always guaranteed, but sometimes before you start the batch, if you hit start shopping and you're not at that location, sometimes it'll pop up and say, are you sure you want to start shopping? And then it might let you select another. It'll pull up a little map and then it will show you other stores in that area that you can possibly change it to. So it doesn't always work, but sometimes that will save me time because I've definitely shopped orders at other stores, and it's just made it so much easier instead of me driving 10 minutes down the road to find the same exact stuff at this exact store before you start shopping, so that you can kind of pre-map in your head, like, okay, cool, I know if I'm going to be starting at Weekman's, I know for me, the produce takes me the longest. So I will start in the produce section and I will get all the produce first. And I know it's first when you first come in. So it doesn't make any sense for me really to go around the whole rest of the store and find the other stuff. But everybody has their own way of doing it. And there's certain things that other people are faster at than others. For me, produce just takes me a little bit of time because I always try to find quality items. So just pre-mapping where you guys are going to be starting your batch in the store, so you're not constantly running back and forth, trying to, I think the apples are over here, no, the oranges are over here, the pears, the greens, and going in a whole, zigzagged crazy circle instead of just going boom, 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 done. For Maryland specifically, I just feel like the weather is just so unpredictable. 1 minute it is super nice outside, and the next minute it's like a random thunderstorm with scattered showers out of nowhere. So I always keep rain gear. My rain jacket and my rain boots are always in my car, and I always keep a sweatshirt just in case for some reason maybe it gets cold, or I don't know, I spill something on myself. So I do try to keep rain gear in my car so that obviously no matter what weather it is, I always have an item for that specific weather. And then I will keep, a change of clothes, whether that's shorts or a shirt or something like that in here too, in case that I selected an item that really isn't going to be efficient for shopping. And in the mornings before I start Instacarting too, before I even leave my house, I will check the weather to see what the weather is going to be like for that day. I keep a case of waters. It's not a case, well, it's a box of waters. So it's covered, so you can't, you know, really the sun can't really attack my waters. So I do keep waters, and I keep snacks in my vehicle so that I don't have to continuously, spend a bunch of money every day trying to find, you know, because that stuff adds up. Going to Chick-fil-A, going to, you know, the gas station and getting, you know, snacks and stuff. So I try to pack myself lunches. I try to make sure that I have snacks and things in my vehicle so that I don't have to continuously keep stopping and in that time frame possibly missing out on good orders. What else is there that I haven't told you guys yet? Be in communication with your customers. As soon as I start my batch, I always introduce myself to the customer before I really usually find any of the items, just so they know, like, hey, if you need anything, just send me a message here. If I don't know where something is in the store or I'm having a hard time, I'll send you a text, let you know, like, hey, the green pears you want aren't available, but they have, I don't know, Honey Crisp pears. Are these okay instead because you don't have a preferred substitute? I'm usually pretty flexible, and I will always let the customer know, hey, I shopped everything. I will send them a message saying all done, and then I'll tell them also when I'm actually headed in their direction. Because I feel like obviously it's beneficial for them to know, hey, I'll be at your house in 20 minutes versus, you know, all you know is I'm done your order, but it doesn't say when I'm going to be there. You have no clue. At least trying to give the customer some insight on what my estimated time of arrival will be. So just communicating with your customer. Obviously, you're going to have those customers, unfortunately, that just aren't going to answer, period. They might be doing something, they might be working. But I usually try to go above and beyond, usually for customers. So that obviously, yes, we want to have great ratings, but then just making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I keep extra bags in my car. You know, for if it's Aldis, then I have extra brown bags in my vehicle. Produce bags as well, because sometimes when you get to the car, sometimes bags rip. Bags rip all the time, unfortunately. So I always try to keep a few extras of things in the car so that I'm not having to go back into the store and say, oh, you know what? I didn't get enough bags. Oh, you know what? The banana bag I just had is spilling everywhere, and you know, now I have loose bananas going all throughout this bag. So just keeping extras of things. When I shop at Aldis specifically, I don't usually bag the items in the store. I will bag them once I get to my car, because for me, it's such a pain in the butt to sit here, put all the items on the belt, take all the items off, bag them, put them back in the bag, go back to the car, put them back in the car, and then put the cart away. So usually what I do is I just take all the items outside with me, bag them in my car, and put everything in their dedicated areas. Like if I have multiple orders, I will have like dividers, or I'll use another, like an extra insulated bag, or I'll use one of my water boxes to separate, hey, this is order A, this is order B. I will write on the bags what order number it is, or I'll have like a special sticker I'll put on, okay, order B has the thank you so much sticker, and order A has, you know, just a little smiley face sticker, so that I know which orders are which. I always make sure that I have hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes, so that obviously when I do these batches, I always apply hand sanitizer nonstop throughout the day, so that obviously I'm not spreading any, you know, germs or anything like that to the customer's orders or myself, obviously with being pregnant. I usually, on average every day, I usually do about 6 to 7 batches, which could be anywhere between, you know, like 8 to 10 deliveries, depending on how many full service orders are in that specific batch. So if you guys are loving this and these are great, let me know, guys. What's your favorite tip? Is there anything that you guys are willing to share? I mean, I know, like, obviously we keep some of our other ones really close to us because we don't want other people to know about them. But for me, everyone, we're all just trying to make extra money. At the end of the day, for me, this is what I do full time for my stream of income at this point in time. So I've obviously found different tips and tricks, and obviously I'm not going to share everything, but I did want to at least share something for those of you that are just starting out, or maybe, you know, you're just getting the hang of it and you guys have found value in these tips and tricks. Let me know. put it in the description, say, Ange, that was some fire, you know, give me your favorite fire emoji or your favorite emoji, and tell me which one did you really like. Was there a specific number that was your favorite? Is there something maybe that you felt like you'd like me to explain a bit more? Appreciate you guys, and there'll be more videos in this series. Bye, guys.